Who was Chester Bennington? Lead singer of Linkin Park? Advocate against child abuse? Had a wife that was in two places at once the day he died? And if you follow me down the rabbit hole, we'll find out how. Yes, Chester Bennington, who was friends with Chris Cornell, the front lead singer to the band Soundgarden. There's a conspiracy online that they were both getting ready to expose a pedophilia ring that's prevalent in the entertainment industry. And although there is no proof to support that, there is proof that the 911 call on the day that Chester died is suspicious. So first, let's examine the driveway where the supposed 911 phone call was made. And here is the beginning of the 911 recording.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi there. I'm working. I'm a driver, and
okay.
I just got to the location, and his housekeeper came out and said that he unfortunately killed himself.
So the driver hears that his employer has just committed suicide, and he's just chill, whatevs. Oh, and by the way, it was so nice of Chester's wife and the maid to not call 911 using their cell phones when they found the body in the house, but wait for some rando driver to pull up and let him call. If somebody else would have called, the dispatcher would have said, yes, we received the call. But hey, maybe they have a system where their driver has to make all their emergency calls for them, no matter how urgent. It makes total sense, and it's not weird at all.
Okay, so the person came out and said somebody is, in fact, killed themselves?
I haven't seen him. I'm sitting in the car. His housekeeper came up to me and said that she found him dead.
Okay.
Did you maybe want to get out of the car and check inside the house to make sure there is a dead body before you make a 911 call? No? You'd rather take the hysterical maid's word on it? Somebody who probably speaks broken English? Okay, yeah, got it. Totally normal. You're definitely on the scene.
Stay on the phone, okay? Is she able to talk to see if there's any kind of breathing or anything like that?
Yeah, I asked. I said, is he cold? Is he warm? And she said, no, he's dead. He's been hanging, and she's talking to his wife right now.
Okay.
Oh yes, Chester's wife, Talinda. She unfortunately found her husband hanging the day that he died, except that she wasn't there at all. Oops. She was on vacation with her kids at the time of Chester's death. Chester returned home to do a photo shoot and was going to meet up with her the very next day. Don't believe me? Let's hear it from Talinda herself.
He was at his best before he passed. We were on a family vacation, and he just had to go back home to do a television commercial, and I was going to see him the next day. It was just...
She's talking to his wife right now.
Okay, stay on the phone. I'm going to transfer you to the fire department. Stay on the line, okay?
Thank you.
Are you at a home or an apartment?
It's a home.
And what city are you in?
Palos Verdes Estates.
Okay, and do you know the closest cross street there on the corner?
I don't, to be honest.
That's okay.
Yes, a professional driver who puts the address into his GPS on his phone to find his client can't figure out that there is no cross street on the street that he's on, and it's a long, windy road with the ocean in front of it. But it's okay, you can tell in his voice the great distress that he's going through right now.
And how old is he?
Mid-40s.
Mid-40s? Okay.
Yeah.
And he's hung himself in the room?
That's what his housekeeper said. I haven't been in the house. I haven't seen him.
Is that the housekeeper I can hear behind you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I decided to go online and find a woman crying sound, and it took me about 5 seconds to find a sound that sounded exactly like the maid crying in the background. I will play the maid's crying, and then I will do the recording that I found. You determine for yourselves.
Are you at a home or an apartment?
Now my recording.
Are you at a home or an apartment?
In the house. I haven't seen him.
Is that the housekeeper I can hear behind you?
Yeah.
Okay. So
She's
you
talking to
haven't...
his wife.
One more time, what did he say?
So
She's
you
talking to
haven't...
his wife.
So we've already proven that Chester's wife was not at the crime scene. She was in Arizona. So are we supposed to believe that this quote-unquote driver was sitting in a car parked in front of the house, listening to this maid cry, being close enough for him to hear her through the whole phone call, and never come out of the car to console her by herself, and never ask why she didn't call 911 herself? Maybe the maid, in all her crying, decided to call Chester's wife, and she somehow teleported from Arizona to console her in the driveway without calling 911 herself. And if this driver somehow saw somebody that resembles Chester's wife, why would a model-esque woman be showing up to work with this maid at 9 a.m. in the morning and not use her cell phone to call 911 when she found the body? Now, I didn't really want to go there, but one of his band members sounds exactly like the person that's on the phone making the 911 recording. If you listen to the inflection in his voice, it goes up towards the end of this conversation I'm about to show you. And it also goes up in the 911 recording. What I will do is play this clip and then play the recording right after. See if you can see the similarities.
if there is a mistake, that somebody might be looking at somebody else's hands or somebody else's face.
Said that he unfortunately killed himself.
Now, if that similarity isn't good enough for you, then let's try this. I'm going to play this video because it has a lot of ums, ands, and gaps in his speech. And then I'm going to repeat the clip in a telephone filter. Then I'm going to play the 911 call. See if you see the similarities in this audio.
And that makes, doing different things makes you feel, and that makes, doing different things makes you feel,
was trying to pick up, and his housekeeper came out and said that.
So I know it's hard to imagine why would anyone go along with this plan, because people in the music industry, the entertainment industry, are sick in the head. This is what's called a blood sacrifice, and it is very real. And I'm not trying to make light of suicide in any way, shape, or form. What I am making fun of is this phony 911 recording. It is totally fake, 100%. Did Chester commit suicide or was he murdered? Based on the phony 911 recording, I say that he was murdered. That's my opinion. Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe.